One sentence, that's all it took to knock you off balance on a date that was going perfect. She said something about your job. He makes a comment about where you live, or they mention their ex. And just like that, something shifts inside you. You tighten up. Your warmth disappears. And the rest of the date, you're not really there anymore. You're replaying that one sentence over and over and over again in your head. I see this with my clients all the time. Hi, I'm Rabbi Dr. Jack Cohen, dating coach and matchmaker. The date was going beautifully. There was connection. There was energy. There was something real starting to build between you and her. And then one comment lands wrong and they shut down. Not because the comment was so terrible, but because it knocked them off balance. My dear Rebbe, the esteemed Rav Avigdor Miller, taught something remarkable about this. Rabbi Miller said some people lose their composure from the smallest thing. One piece of bad news, one remark, one moment of feeling disrespected, and at that moment, their mind shuts down and their emotions just take over. He told a story about a man who had a great job, a good life, a solid job, a good home. Everything was in order, but his neighbor was difficult. There were arguments, scenes, it went to court, and this man became a nervous wreck, not because his life was falling apart, but because he lost sight of what actually mattered. What was Rabbi Miller's advice? Ask yourself, what are my real objectives? Does this one thing actually affect what God is building for me? Now here's something very important to understand. When someone says something on a date that catches you off guard, before you write that person off, give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they had a hard day. Maybe they were nervous. Maybe the words came out wrong. We're all human. We all say things that don't come out the way we want them to come out. It wasn't intended that way. Remember, God is orchestrating this entire process. He put that person in front of you for a reason. Your job isn't to judge every word they say. Your job is to show up with an open heart and a calm mind and trust that God is guiding this. If something genuinely concerns you, talk it through with the matchmaker or your mentor. That is what they're there for. Don't make a decision in the heat of the moment when your peace of mind has been disrupted. Let a wise sage, a wise person help you see the full picture. And I do this a lot with many of my clients because too many people have walked away from someone who could have been their soulmate over one clumsy sentence, not because the person was wrong for them, but because they reacted instead of pausing and trusting the process. And this is part 4 of the Peace of Mind in Life and Dating series. In part 5, we're going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make after a date, and it has nothing to do with the date itself. Trust me, you need to hear this one. Follow me now. Thank you.